This conference will now be recorded.
Let me open this SSMS here. Okay, so let me browse this server. Go to the database engine, right? Go for SQL authentication. Login is a password. Now click on connect here. Go to this databases. Here you have DB examples. Click on that. Click on this new query here. Okay, so let's see the other topic. So we told we'll talk about constraints. So we have different types of constraints here. One is not null. The second one is default constraint. The third one is check constraint. Fourth one is unique constraint. The fifth one is primary key. The sixth one is foreign key. Okay, so these are the constraints. But what do you mean by this constraint? What is that? So constraint is nothing but constraint is nothing but defining rules on a column of a table. Okay, so here these all you can define on one particular table. So each column can have one constraint, each column. So you can define all, you can have all six constraints on single table, each constraint. So all the six constraints on single table. Okay, that is one. And each constraint on each column of a table, like this you can go and have. So nothing but defining is defining rules. You're enforcing or defining rules on a particular column of a table. So example, if you go here, I'll create table, some employee id here, int first underscore name, some varchar 30 here, not null. Means in the first name it doesn't allow null value. When I said not null, null value is not allowed here. Similarly, you will have middle name varchar 30 here. So everyone may not be having middle name, but you will have last name here. Go to last name. You have varchar 30 here, right? Not null, right? So in the first name you don't have null value. In the first name null value is not allowed. Last name also null value is not allowed. But in the middle name null value is allowed, right? So you might have something like Sal 18 comma 2, right? Then we have something like department number int. So if you see this, right, ID, first name, middle name, last name, right? So like this. So you see the first name null value is not allowed, in the last name null value is not allowed. So I'll just take this one. I'll go here. Now you try to execute this statement. I've executed. Now go to this table, database, click on this here, go to table here. Okay, here you have employee, click on this, go to this employees here. So you see here it is null. So here you are given int. I have not told not null. So null is allowed here. Here I have given varchar not null. So you see not null. Middle name varchar. So here we didn't tell. So null is allowed. You can see here. Similarly, last name not null. So null not null. Decimal, right? So you can see salary decimal null. Department number int null, right? So you can see. So this is how you are doing. So let me go and insert here. Insert into employee ID, first name, middle name, last name here. Okay. Department number, values, open bracket, 1. So I'll give something employee first. So give something. Okay. Give here some. Now no middle name. So I'll go and put null here. Then last name, go with M. Salary, some 10,000. Department 10 year. Right now. So this will allow, because you have provided the middle last name and you have provided the first name and last name here. Middle name is null, but it will accept because we have not defined not null here. Now try to insert this. Right now you went. Now go to the other one. Insert into employee ID, first name, middle name, last name, salary. Okay, department, values here. 2. If I insert null value here, because first name I'm inserting null value, will that allow? It should not allow, because we are defined here not null, so it should not allow null value here. Okay, right? Let's see. So here we'll give something. Okay, then salary as 20,000, 20 department, right? So we are giving mail name as null, but it should not give as per our condition that we told not null. This column should not allow. Now let's go insert here. You see, cannot insert value null into the column. Column doesn't have the, right? You can see the column name here. Cannot insert value null into column, first name, table. Column doesn't allow null values. You can see the database schema, right? So it is not allowing you. So same thing should happen. So it should throw the error. because we are defined the row, right? This is how you implement not null. And if at all you go and do it for middle name, just see, I'm taking this statement the same. I'll give here as Ramesh. I'll give here as some V, right? So yeah, for first name, middle name. Here last name is null, right? So ID 2, first name Ramesh, middle name V, last name null, sal, right? Now try to insert. So you see now it is telling cannot insert the value null into column last name, right? It is not allowing you to do it. Okay, so now it is clear. Fine. Yeah. So now what we'll do next? Yeah, we have defined this not null. What we have next here? Default. Let's go with the check constraint. Okay, right. So I'll go here. Check is nothing but check constraint. What it will do? Check constraint. While inserting value, while inserting value to that particular column, it will check the value. Okay, so means half. So what I'll do here, I'll take the same table here. I'll take it here. I'll put here now. So I'll define salary here. I'll write check bracket salary should be greater than 5,000 or 10,000, like this. So you can see here, create table ID, right? These all here I'm defining. What is that? I'm putting a check condition and the column sal I have taken. So you see the sal that should be greater than 10,000. Take this one. So employee underscore check. Copy this. Go to that. Go here. Click on here. Right now, try to execute here. So I have defined this check constraint. Right. Right now you see insert into, take this one, values. So you can specify the columns also here. ID, first name something, middle name, last name, sal, department number, values here, bracket, someone. I'll give first underscore name 1 year, then here middle name null, last name last underscore name 1, right? Then sal. So for the first record, let's give some 15,000, 10 year, right? Here the salary should be greater than 10,000. So here I've taken 15. Now try to execute this one, right? Now, yes. Now I'll take the same. So you can go here, select, start from employee underscore check. Now go there. You got this record. right? Null you have inserted, you have got this value. But if I take the same record and go to this one, now here you have two. Here I am taking 2 year employee two, that is right name. Here I am giving something like 10,000 only. But I've told here, what did I tell you? In check constraint, salary should be greater than 10,000, right? Salary should be greater than 10,000, right? Now, here I've told 10,000. So will this work? Let's execute here. Here, conflict. Some conflict has occurred here. So, right? So it is not allowing you to insert. If I give 10,000 1 year, we told greater than 10,000. So 10,001. Now try to execute here. It has got inserted. Now take this statement, put here. Now select this statement here. So you see two records you got, right? Now this is how you got, right? So this is out. So where can you see these all check constraint? So if you go to that particular table, so we created two tables, right? Refresh these two tables. Go to the check content, click on this. So this table has got columns, keys, constraints. Click on constraint here. You see this has got some. It has given some name to that constraint. Similarly, go to this employee. Click on this. Here it doesn't have. For not null you don't have, but for sal you have this one. So you can go and see also that Jesse. So these all, right? Let me show you. These all are stored at some location. Jesse. So here we have defined, right? So here we have defined this all. I have told, right? So name of a table is all. So let us give that name also, check constraint name. So here I have taken this name here, right? I'll give something like, so it has taken its own name, right? I'll write check salary, check employee underscore sal is the name of the constraint. This is constraint. This, why I'm giving this, because system has created its own name, but I want to give name to this check constraint like this. I'm giving this name check underscore salary to this constraint. This constraint check salary greater than 10,000, right? To that I want to give some name to that. So I'm giving, just go and execute this work, right? Now go back, refresh now, go to that particular table. Now click on here, go to this constraint. You see this is what we give a name, right? If at all you don't give that name to that constraint, it will create its own name. This is how it has taken. If you see here, it has taken something ck is check, and employee name, see this one, and salary it is given some number, because we have not defined, system has defined. So to overcome that problem, we went to this name, this table, and I have defined own constraint name is this check underscore salary, check underscore employee underscore sal is the name of the constraint. All right, now this is how we can do it. Okay, so these all, so this is, so you can go, so at table level you can see here, at table level you can go and see into that particular table, go to that constraints, and you can see here. So now we have system tables here. select start from sys dot constraints here. Not sys, yeah, you have check constraint. Now run this, it will give the information. You can see here what is the name of the constraint, right? And type check constraint, and what is the condition here. And here it is given some object id. So how do you know this check constraint defined on this object? So you see something 6, this is object id. It would take some time to understand these all, but these are all very important to know the internals, right? So when you go to the check constraint, that name of the check constraint is stored here, and the check constraint is defined on what table that object is defined. So how do you find these objects here? On which? So go there, select start from sys dot objects, run here. So here, right, you see this object id. You can go, you will have many more. Okay, now where object id in, right, give this value, take these two values and give there. Now try to run this. See here, you have got this, right? Now if you run here, so you see this parent object here. You got parent. Now go to that, define select start from sys dot tables. Now define this, these two, na, these two, right? Right, first let's run this. So here you see these two. So if you run this one, na, if you run this, you have got this parent object. Take this two, where parent underscore object underscore id in bracket. Okay, so put comma here, right? So just see now. So you, from this you got this one, and these all you are going to see in system objects. From there you are getting this one. So you run this. So these are part of your, let me, so this I'll comment. Now you execute here. So you, one minute, that one you should have here in object. Now you try to run this, so you'll get that, right? So you see the check constraint name, and here you have see this table, this name of the object, and type is ut user defined table, user table, right? Right now, so this is how you need to find out, right? So we have done, so right, so that is about your check constraint we have defined here, right now, right? So this is how to get the name of the constraint from which table, and that name is, so you have got this one, but where is this name constraint is available? So you can go here, you take this parent object, that parent object is connected here, right? This is a, I think you don't require this also. You can do it with the with these two statements only. You just see. So you see the constraint name, type C, check constraint, and the tables types U, user table, right? This is how. So you'll have. Okay, right. Now, now go to the default constraint. What do you mean default constraint is? Default constraint. Default constraint is when default con- when default constraint is defined on a particular column, when user doesn't provide value to that column, automatically that value will be inserted to that column. Okay, if value is not given, so you're defining some default value. Okay, just see. So how? So I'm taking this table, take this table here, I'll put it here. Now I'll go here, I'll say underscore default. Now, right, I'll go with the department here, default, right, default. Then name of the constraint. Name is type of constraint is default, but I'm giving name of the constraint. Employee underscore de, department underscore default is type of constraint is the name of the constraint. In bracket I'll give 10 like this, or it's integer na? So I'll not put in single quotes, I'm giving in bracket I given 10, right? Let me take this. Now go back. Something is giving problem. Let me execute. Recognized. So no. Here we need to give constraint and say like this. Constraint. Yeah. Constraint. Type of name of the constraint, and here it is default. Right. So this is constraint, name of the constraint, and default and value is 10. So let me insert this. A created, right? Now go to the table, refresh here, employee underscore default, click on this, go to the constraint. So you see you have got this constraint created, right now you have given your own name to that constraint, right? So you see insert into employee default values here. So something one, first underscore name, okay, last underscore name, salary as some 10,000, right? I'll give like this. So I'll provide the column names here, ID, first name, middle name, then last name, then salary here. Okay, I'll provide like this. So I'm not providing the department number. What should happen? As per me, value 10 should be inside of, because I'm not providing value and we have told default as 10. Right, now let me insert one row affected. Right, now if you go here, select start from employee underscore default. Now try to execute this. So you see department number 10 here. If I provide value, so go to 2 here. So here I'm giving department number 10, department number, year 2, last name 2 year, 15,000, then department 20 year. Right now, and I'm inserting here. Right, now insert. So I'm taking this column, I'm explicitly providing department 10. So what happens? It will not, because I am explicitly providing, so it will take this value. When I don't provide, it take default value. Just see here. Now go back, click on insert here. So you see. Now similarly, I'll go with this 3. Like this also you can do it. Go with 20,000. Here we have something column as default. So you can use default like this when, because you have defined this column constraint, name of the constraint and default. So I'm using default here. Right, now try to execute this. Right, now go here. Right, you can see here. So now you see. So what did I do? I've inserted 3, first name 3, last name 3, 20,000, default, like this. So you can see department 10. Right now, why? So I've told default here. So if at all you don't say, also it inserts, but I've told column name here. Right, when I say column name and I don't say value, if you run like this now, it will scold you. So here you have told department number, but here you are not providing value. If I run this, what happens? Here is 4, first name, last name, 30,000. Now you go and insert. This will not work, because the values, that columns you have specified here, for that columns you are not supplied value. But to overcome that problem, but I wanted, if either you remove this column from here or you use something like default here. This is how you need to, otherwise this, so because you are told department number, you need to use, otherwise you remove this column from here. So go and remove this also, then this should work. Insert here. Now try to run. So this is how you need to do it. Okay, so this is about your default. Now coming back to, right, so we have something called unique constraint. What will do unique? By name it says that unique constraint, right? Unique name tells you can't insert duplicate values, right, on to a column, right, wherever that the unique constraint defined on that column. Right, if you define that unique constraint, right, unique, so unique constraint defined on that column, you can't insert duplicate values. So just see, so even you can insert null, only for one time, null value only for one time, right? Every, so if at all you're inserting once again null value, it becomes a duplicate value. You can't have, so you can have null here, some 1 2 3 4, again you do null. So here it is already null and you are trying to insert null, so duplicate. Now you want to go 4, then again 2. So this, here you have 2, here you have, so these are duplicate, right? So this is duplicate, and here it's duplicate, right? Because null you are already have, you are inserted, you are trying to insert duplicate. Here you have 2, again you are insert, so this is duplicate, right? So this is a, so it is making some problem, right now it is making some problem. So okay, so to overcome that problem, let's go take this table, come here, okay, go and say unique, right? I'll define here constraint emp underscore unique table name underscore id unique. So constraint name of the table and the column, right? This type is unique, right? Now try to execute here, right? So just see, insert into employee. So go here, give id comma first name, middle name, last name here, sal department, values here, null. Okay, first let's go first underscore name 1, here null I'm inserting because you middle name allows null, then last name last underscore name 1, thousand department 10 here. So you try to execute this, it allows because null value you can insert, you're not defined not null, you're told unique constraint, right? So this will absolutely work now, and it has worked, and you have seen insert also. Select start from, now try to insert, right? You can see here, you see your null value, right? Null value. If again, if I go and insert one more, sir, one more time null, employee 2, employee 2 here, he belongs to department 20. If I insert null value again, right, you see it doesn't allow, cannot insert, violation of unique key constraint, right? So what is this name, employee underscore unique underscore id. So this is what we are given, right here, name. That is what you are violating the rule. I told we are, right? So now you go, I'll give here something like 2. Now try to insert, right? Now go and run this, so I can do here 2. Now the same thing, I'll have 2, but here 3, 3 here, 3 here, 30. Now try to run, I'm inserting 2 again, so you are violating the rule. So you see 2 is already present, and you are trying to insert the same value into that with different employee name, then it is violating, right? You are violating, right now. This is about your the unique constants. So we have got primary key now. We'll talk about the primary key. What do you mean by primary key then? Okay, so primary key, bachko, right? Primary key, it is used, so it takes only unique values, right? So means no duplicate values, no duplicate values, and no null value also. No null value. It doesn't take duplicate, it doesn't take. So we told unique values. Yes, even null is a not unique value. So we'll define. So it takes only unique value, but not duplicate values and not no null value. Okay, it doesn't allow. In unique, it has allowed single null value, but here it doesn't even allow a single null value also. Just here. So take this table. Okay. Now I'll create here ID constraint employee underscore primary key underscore ID. So to give that what is that constraint you are defined, then primary key. That's all you can see. Now take this, I'll define here underscore pk. Just here. Take this. So you can see table constraint, name of the constraint, and type of the constraint here. Now try to execute here. Right, I've executed. Now insert into employee pk id comma first name, middle name, last name, 1. Right, now go here, first underscore name 1 null, last underscore name 1, right, sal 10,000, then department 10 here. Okay, now try to execute this. So I've inserted, so you can see select start from, that is unique value, 1 is unique. So you see I've inserted 1. So if at all I have 1 and I'll go here, I'm trying to insert the same value 2 here, department 2. So will that allow? No, it doesn't allow. So violation of primary key, cannot insert the duplicate value. So duplicate value, key value 1, right? It is not allowing you. But can I go insert null value here? Null value, you do, if you go to this table, you don't have any null value defined here. You see here, it is only 1. But I'm inserting null value for the first time. Will that allow? No, it says that null value is not allowed. Cannot. So cannot insert null value into column ID. Column ID, that is, name of the column is ID, into the table database schema, and you see column doesn't allow null values, right now. So this is so it doesn't allow null values. So statement terminate. This is what. So you can go to the table, just go to refresh the table here, go to that pk, go to the keys here. So you see the p constraint that we defined here, employee underscore, right? Employee primary key, you can see keys employee underscore primary underscore key underscore id, right now. So this is a, so it doesn't allow null value. You should have unique values, but in that unique also null values is not allowed. Then what about this primary key? So what about this foreign key? Then we are talking about this primary key and foreign key. What do you mean by this? Okay, so when you want, so prime foreign key is foreign key with foreign key, right? Let's go here. Foreign key will take reference of other table, other table column which is having primary key on that column. Okay, foreign key, this foreign key will take reference of other table column, not its own, it refer, so it will take reference of other table column which is having primary key on that column. If that primary key is not defined on other table, example you see here, so this primary key, foreign key, primary key and foreign key is used to define relationship between two tables, like parent and child tables, like parent and child tables here. Okay, like relationship parent. So example, so let me take excel. Here we have got location table, id, name, right? So yeah, I'm defining this as a pk, primary key. You can go and define pk here. So I'll give one year, some Hyderabad, or let's go with this. So India 2, something like, or else we'll go like this. Let's leave this. Okay, we'll go with the product. Sorry, product. Now product ID, product name, right? So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Example, eraser, pencil, pen, sharpener, box, right? Like this you have. So I'm making this product ID as pk. Now what I'll do, right? I have sales table here, sales ID. Now I'll refer. So this is pk. So this product ID will refer product ID. So this becomes foreign key. So this one, fk. this foreign key will refer to this table, this value, this column. Okay, then here quantity, price, total, sales amount. So here I give 1. So what is that product here? So here sharpener 4 here, quantity 10 here, price 50, 500. Now go to this 2 here, product ID. So now go with 2 pencil. So here it should take only these values. So I've taken 4 here, 2 from here, right? So now 5 rupees here. So this quantity 5, price 10 rupees, so 50, right? So this, if I go here 3, because this is a primary key here. Sales side is primary key. I'm taking unique values. Sales side is primary, but this is foreign key, foreign. That will refer to this table, to this column. Now I'll go here, product ID. So what is that product ID? So 5, or else I'll give which is not present, value which is not present. So I'll give some 9, then it will fail. So this records gets rejected. This records get rejected. Why? This 9, whatever you are defined, because you are telling foreign key, this foreign key is referring to this table, this column, this value 9 is not present here. It will fail. Then how do you create relationship between these two? So just see, I'll create, but we'll do this on Monday. We'll create. Monday means not your Monday, my Monday. That is Sunday evening your time. Just see, create table, product ID, product, right? Just see, product ID, int, primary key. So define constraint product, right? Product ID, pk, primary key, product name, right? 30, right now. So this is a constraint, name of the constraint, I type for the constraint, right? Now try to run this. Now go here, create table sales, right? Go to this. Now sales ID, sorry, sales ID int constraint sales underscore, right? Right now. So I'm defining this. Now come here, product ID int. Now references, where it will reference. So you can define here. So you can say constraint give sales underscore product underscore ID underscore fk references foreign key. I think uh, 1 meter. No, yeah, right. Just see foreign key references. So this table, this column will refer to this. So take this product, specify which column, this column, provide here, right? So when you are referring like this column should definitely have primary key. If this is not primary key, then you can't do like this references. You can't do. So this you can't do if at all you are. So this is foreign key. When you are seeing foreign key, it is referring to this table, this column. So this column definitely it should be primary key, otherwise it will not do. So I'm referring to that, right? So see here, quantity, that is int, then price, decimal sum 12 comma 2, then sales amount, decimal 12 comma 2. Okay, this is up. Now you execute. So I'm executing this first. Just see. So I've created. So name is already there, right? So let me give as pk. Sorry, this as pk. Now let me create this, execute here. It's already there. So I'll give some constraint here. So I'll give product. Let me take this. Here I'll remove this name also. Now try to execute this one, this table, right? Now you can go to the sales. So it is referring to this, right? Take this, put it here, because we have changed the table name, right? Put this. Now try to execute this one. Done, right? So here it should be primary key, then only you can refer, otherwise you can't refer. Remember, these are important. Okay, so these are very important. You need to do this, otherwise it doesn't work out. Okay, so I'll show you how to do it on Monday my time. Okay, we'll talk on that Monday on this. Okay, so I need to run into other session, so let's wind up here. So just practice this. I think you have got enough time, Saturday, Sunday. Just practice that. Okay, yeah, we'll connect again on Monday. So thank you guys.